Cease to persuade my loving Proteus. I rather would entreat thy company to see the wonders of the world abroad, than living dully sluggardized at home. But since thou lovest, love still and thrive therein, even as I would when I to love begin.
Wilt thou be gone? Sweet Valentine, adieu. If ever danger do befall thee, commend thy grievance to mine holy prayers. I will be thy beatman, Valentine.
And upon a love book, pray for my success?
Upon some book I love, I'll pray for thee.
That's on some shallow story of deep love, how young Leander crossed the Hellespont.
That is a deep story of a deeper love.
'Tis true, for you are for boots in love, and yet you have never swum the Hellespont.
No, not the boots. Nay, give me not the boots.
No, I will not, for it boots thee not.
What?
To be in love, where scorn is bought with groans, one fading moment's mirth, with 20 watchful, weary, tedious nights. If happily won, perhaps a hapless gain. If lost, why then a grievous labour won. However, but a folly bought with wit, or else a wit by folly vanquished.
So, by your circumstance, you call me fool.
So by your circumstance, I fear you'll prove. But wherefore waste thy time to counsel thee, that art a votary to fond desire? Once more, adieu. My father at the road expects my coming there to see me shipped.
And thither will I bring thee, Valentine.
Proteus, no, now let us take our leave. To Milan let me hear from thee by letters of thy success in love, and what news else betideth here in absence of thy friend, and likewise will visit thee with mine.
Well, I'll good tidings to you in Milan.
And it's much due home, and so adieu.
He after honor hunts, I after love. He leaves his friends to dignify them more. I leave myself, my friends, and all for love. Oh, thou Julia, thou hast metamorphosed me, made me neglect my studies, lose my time, war with good counsel, set the world at naught, made witless musing, sick heart weak with thought.
Sir Proteus, say, saw you my master?
But now he parted hence to embark to Milan.
20 to 1 he is shipped already, and I have played the sheep in losing him.
Indeed, the sheep doth often stray, and if the shepherd be a while away.
You conclude that I am a sheep, and my master is the shepherd then?
I do.
Nay, I can't deny that by a circumstance.
It shall go hard, but I'll prove it by another.
The shepherd seeks the sheep, but not the sheep the shepherd. I seek my master, but my master seeks not me, therefore I am no sheep.
The sheep for food follows the shepherd for food does not follow the sheep. Your master for your wages follow your master, the master follows not you for wages, therefore you are a sheep.
Such another proof will make me tired.
But hast thou given my letter to Julia?
I, sir, I, a lost button, gave it to her, a laced button, and she, a laced button, gave me, a lost button, nothing for my labor.
Beshrew me, but you have a quick wit.
Yet it cannot overtake your slow purse.
Come, open the matter in brief. What said she?
Open your purse, that money and the matter may at once be delivered.
Well, sir, here is for your pains. What said she? What said she?
Truly, sir, I think you'll hardly win her.
What? Couldst thou perceive so much from her?
No, sir, I could perceive nothing from her, nay, not so much as a ducat, for delivering your letter. And so, sir, I'll commend you to my master.
You'll go be gone to save your ship from wreck, which cannot perish having thee aboard, and be destined to a drier death on shore. I must go send some better messenger. I fear my Julia would not deign my lines, receiving them from such a worthless post.
But tell me, Lucetta, now that we are alone, wouldst thou then counsel me to fall in love.
Aye, so you stumble not unheedfully.
What thinkest thou of gentle Proteus?
Of many good I think him best.
Your reason?
I have no other reason but a woman's reason. I think him so because I think him so.
And wouldst thou have me cast my love on him?
If you think your love not cast away.
Why, he of all the rest hath never moved me.
But he of all the rest I think best loves he.
His little speaking shows his love but small.
Fire that's closest kept burns most of all.
But they do not love that do not show their love.
They love least that let men know their love.
Oh, why would I know his mind?
Peruse this paper, madam.
To Julia. Thy, from whom?
That the contents will show.
Say, who gave it thee?
Valentine's page, and I think from Proteus, but I being in the way did in your name receive it. Pardon the fault, I pray.
By my modesty, a goodly broker, dare you presume to harbor wanton lies? To whisper and conspire against my youth? Now trust me, 'tis an office of great worth, and you an officer fit for the place, or else return no more into my sight.
To plead for love deserves more fee than hate.
Will it please you go?
That you may ruminate.
And yet, I would I had overlooked the letter. Fie, how wayward is this foolish love, that like a testy babe will scratch the nurse, but presently all humbled kiss the rod. How churlishly I tried to set a hence, when willingly I would have had her here. How angrily I taught my brow to frown, when inward joy enforced my heart to smile. My penance is to call Lucetta back, and to ask permission for my folly past. What ho, Lucetta?
What would your ladyship?
Is it near dinner time?
I would it were that you might kill your stomach upon your meat and not upon your maid.
What is it that you took up so gingerly?
Nothing.
Why didst thou stoop then?
To take up the paper that I let fall.
And is that paper nothing?
Nothing concerning me.
Then let it lie for those that it concerns.
It will not lie for those that it concerns unless it have a false interpreter.
Some love of yours has writ to you in rhyme.
That I might sing it. Madam, give me a note your ladyship can set.
As little by such toys as may be possible. Best sing it to the tune of Light of Love.
Nay, that is too sharp.
You, minion, are too saucy.
Nay, now you are too flat, and mar the concord with too harsh a descent. That meaneth but the want to fill your song.
The mean is drowned with your unruly bass.
That bass is for Proteus.
Ah! This babble shall not henceforth trouble me. Go, get you gone. Here is a coil of protestation. Let the papers lie. You would be fingering them to anger me. Nay, would I were so angered with the same. Oh, hateful hands, to tear such loving words. I'll kiss each several paper for amends. Look, here is writ, the kind Julia. Unkind Julia, as in revenge of thy ingratitude, I'll thrust thy name against the bruising steps, trampling contemptuously on thy disdain. Oh, here is writ, love-wounded Proteus. Poor wounded name. But twice or thrice was the name Proteus written down. Be calm, good wind, and blow not a word away till I have found each letter in the letter. Except mine own name, that some whirlwind bear into a ragged, fearful hanging rock, and thrust it thence into the raging sea. Lo, here in one line is his name twice writ. Poor, forlorn Proteus, passionate Proteus, to the sweet Julia, that he'll tear away, and yet I will not. Saideth so prettily, he couples it to his complaining names.
Madam, dinner is ready and your father stays.
Well, let us go.
Shall these papers lie like telltales here?
If you respect them, best to take them up.
That I will not, for I was laid down for taking them up.
I see you have a month's mind to them.
Ay, madam, you may say what sights you see, although you judge, I wink.
Come, come, will it please you go?
Now, tell me, Panthino, what sad talk was that, wherewith my brother held you in the cloister?
'Twas of his nephew, Proteus, your son.
Why, what of him?
He wondered that your lordship would suffer him to spend his youth at home, while other men of slender reputation put forth their sons to seek preferment out, and did request me to importune you to let him spend his time no more at home.
Nor needed so much importune me to that. More than this month I've been hammering. I consider well this loss of time, and I know he cannot be a perfect man, not being tied and tutored in the world. Tell me then, whither I best send him?
I think your lordship is not ignorant about his youthful companion, Valentine, how he attends the emperor in his royal court.
I know it well.
'Twere good, I think, your lordship sent him thither. There shall he be an eye of every exercise worthy his youth and nobleness of birth.
I like thy counsel, well hast thou advised, and thou mayst perceive how much I like it. The execution of it shall be made known, even with the speediest addition. I will dispatch him to the emperor's court.
Very good, sir.
Oh, sweet love, sweet life, sweet life. Oh, that our fathers would commend our love and steal our happiness with their consent. Oh, heavenly Julia.
Now, what letter are you reading there?
Oh, may it please your lordship, 'tis a word of commendation sent from Valentine, delivered by a friend that came from him.
Let me the letter. Let me see what news.
There is no news, my lord, but that he writes how happily he lives, and how well loved and graced by the emperor, wishing me a partner with him in fortune.
And how stand you affected to his wish?
As relying on thy lordship's will, and not upon his friendly wish.
My will is something sorted to his wish. Muse thought that I thus suddenly proceed. For what I will, and there an end. I resolve that thou shalt spend some time with Valentinus in the emperor's court. What maintenance he from his friends receives. Like exultation he shall have from me. Tomorrow be in the readiness to go. Excuse not, for now I'm preparatory.
I cannot be so soon provided. Please you deliberate a day or two.
Look, thou wantest shall be sent after thee. No more stay. Tomorrow you must go. Come, Panthino, you be employed to hasten on this expedition.
Thus have I shone fire for fear of burning, and drenched upon the sea where I am drowned. I feared to show my father the letter, for fear that he would take exception to my love. And by my own heart's counsel, he hath accepted most against my love.
Sir Proteus, your father calls you. He is in haste, therefore I bid you go.
Well, my heart commends me go, and yet 1,000 times it answers no.
Sir, your glove.
Let me see. Aye, give it me, it's mine. Sweet ornament that decks a thing divine. Ah, Sylvia, Sylvia.
Madame Sylvia! Madame Sylvia!
Come on, sir.
She's not within hearing.
Why, sir, who bid you call her?
Your worship, sir? Or else I mistook.
Go to. Tell me, do you know Madame Sylvia?
She that you gazed upon as she sat at supper?
Hast thou observed that?
Why?
Even she, I mean.
Why, sir, I know her not.
Dost thou know her by my gazing on her, and yet knowest her not?
Is she not her favorite, sir?
Not so fair as well favored, boy.
Sir, I know that well enough.
What dost thou know?
That she is not so fair of as you, well favored.
I mean that her beauty is exquisite, but her favor infinite.
That's because the one is painted, and the other is out of all count.
How painted and how out of count?
Marry, sir, so painted that no man can count of her beauty.
How esteemest thou me? I account of her beauty.
You never saw her since she was deformed.
How long has she been deformed?
Ever since you loved her.
I've loved her ever since I saw her, and still I see her beautiful.
If you love her, you cannot see her.
Why?
Because love is blind. Oh, that you had had mine eyes, or your own eyes had the lights they were wont, when you chid at Sir Proteus for going ungartered?
What should I see then?
Your own present folly, and her passing deformity. For he, being in love, could not see to garter his hose, and you, being in love, could not see to put on yours.
Belike for then that you are in love, for last morning you could not see to wipe my shoes.
True, sir, I was in love. With my bed. I thank you, sir. You swinged me for my love, which makes me the bolder to chide you for yours.
In conclusion, I stand affected to her.
I would you were set, so your affection would cease.
Last night, as she enjoyed me, I've written some lines unto one she loves.
And have you?
I have.
Are they not lamely writ?
No, boy, but as well as I can do them. Peace, here she comes.
O exceeding motion, O excellent puppet, now he will interpret to her.
Madame and mistress, 1,000 good morrows.
Sir Valentine and servant, to you 2,000.
Oh, give ye good even, here's a million manners.
As you have enjoyed me, I have writ your lines unto the secret, nameless friend of yours, which I was much unwilling to proceed in, but for my duty to your ladyship.
I thank you, gentle servant. 'Tis very clerkly done.
Now trust me, madame, it came hardly off, for being ignorant to whom it goes, I have writ it random very doubtfully.
Perchance you think too much of so much pain.
No, madame, so as to do I will write, please you command 1,000 times as much, and yet to
A
another.
pretty period. Well, I guess his equal. And yet I shall not name it. And yet I care not. And yet take this again. And yet I thank you, meaning henceforth to trouble you no more.
And yet you will, and yet another, yet.
What means your ladyship? Do you not like it?
Yes, yes, the lines are very quaintly writ, but since I'm willingly, take them again. Nay, take them.
Madame, they are for you.
Yes, you writ them, sir, at my request, but I will none of them. They are for you. I would have them writ more movingly.
Please you, I'll write your ladyship another.
And when it is done, for my sake, read it over. And if it please you, so. If not, why so?
If it please me, madame, what then?
If it please you, then take it for your pains. And so, good day, gentle servant.
Oh, jestance, great scene, inscrutable, as plain on a nose on a man's face, or a weathercock on a steeple. My master sues to her, and she hath taught her suitor, he being her tutor, to become her pupil. Oh, excellent motion, was there ever a better, that my master, being scribe, should write himself the letter?
How now, sir? What are you reasoning with yourself?
Nay, I was rhyming. 'Tis you that have the reason.
To do what?
To be a spokesman for Madame Sylvia.
To whom?
To yourself. Why, she woos you by a figure.
What figure?
By a letter, I should say.
Why, she hath not writ me.
What need you when she hath made you write to yourself? Why, do you not perceive the jest?
No, believe me.
No believing you indeed, sir. But did you perceive her earnest?
She gave me none except an angry word.
She hath given you a letter.
That's the letter I writ to her friend.
And the letter she hath there delivered, and there an end.
I would it were no worse.
I warrant you 'tis as well, for as oft as she hath writ to you, or as you have writ to her, or for lack of idle time, she could not again reply, or else fearing that some messenger might her mind discover, she hath taught her suitor to write unto himself. Why muse you, sir? 'Tis dinner time.
I have dined.
Aye, but though the chameleon love can feast upon the air, I am one that am nourished by my victuals, and would fain have meat. Oh, be not like your mistress. Be moved, be moved.
Have patience, gentle Julia.
I must, where is no remedy.
Whenever I possibly can, I will return.
But if you turn not, you will return the sooner. Keep this remembrance for thy Julia's sake.
Why, then we'll make exchange. Here, take you this. And in that same hour wherein I sigh not, Julia, for thy sake, then in that same hour some foulest chance torment me for my love's forgetfulness. My father stays my coming. Julia, farewell. What, gone without a word? Alas, but it fits, for love speaks not. Truth hath better companion than words.
Sir Proteus, you are stayed for.
Go, I come. Alas, parting strikes poor lovers dumb.
It's okay.
Nay, be 'tis hour ere this hour, ere I have done weeping. All the kind of lances have this very fault, and I, like the prodigious son, received my proportion. And I am going with Sir Proteus into the peer's court. I think Crab, my dog, is the sourest natured dog that has ever lived. No, I'll prove it to you. This shoe is my father. And this shoe, with the hole in it, is my mother. And the dog is himself, and I am the dog. Nay, so. Dog is himself, and I am the dog. Aye, so. I come unto my father. Father, your blessing. No, the shoe should not speak, for he is weeping. Well, I kissed my father. Disgusting. I now move on to my mother. Oh, that she could speak like a woodwoman. Mark her. There's her moans, up and down. I kissed my mother. Now, move on to my sister. Mark the moans she makes. And all this while, Crab, my dog, makes not a sound, nor sheds a tear. But but see how I lay in the dust.
What the way you bored, man? What dost thou do? Why dost thou weep? Thy master is shipped, and thou art to come post after in tears. You'll lose the tide if you tarry any longer.
So what if the tide is lost? For it is the unkindest tide that ever man has ever tied.
Why, tut, man, I mean that you'll lose the flood, and in losing the flood, lose thy voyage, and in losing thy voyage, lose thy master, and in losing thy master, lose thy sister. Why dost thou stop my mouth?
For fear that thou shalt lose thy tongue.
Where should I lose my tongue?
In thy tail.
In thy tail?
Lose the voyage, and the master, and the service. Aye, man, if the rivers are dry, I could feel them with my tears. And if the winds were down, I could fill the sails with my sighs.
Come away, man, I was sent to call thee.
Call me what thou darest.
Wilt thou go?
Well, I will go.
Servant, you are sad.
Indeed, madame, I seem so.
Seem you that you are not?
Happily I do.
So do counterfeits.
So do you.
What seem I that I am not?
Wise.
What instance of the contrary?
Your folly.
And how quote you, my folly?
I quote it in your jerkin.
My jerkin is a doublet.
Well then, I'll double your folly.
How?
What, angry Sir Thorough? Do you change color?
Give him leave, madame. He is a kind of chameleon.
That hath more mind to feed on your blood than live in your air.
You have said, sir.
Fine folly of words, gentlemen, and quickly shut off.
'Tis indeed, madame. We thank the giver.
Who is that, servant?
Yourself, sweet lady, for you gave the fire. Sir Thurio borrows his wit from your ladyship's looks and spends what he borrows kindly in your company.
Sir, if you spend word for word with me, I shall make your wit bankrupt.
I know it well. You have an exchequer of words, and I think no other treasures to give your followers, for it appears by their bare liveries that they live by your bare words.
No more, gentlemen. Here comes my father.
Now, daughter Sylvia, you are hardly set. Sir Valentine, your father's in health. What say you to a letter of your friends of much good news?
My lord, I will be thankful to any happy messenger from thence.
Know ye Don Antonio, your countryman?
Aye, my good lord, I know the gentleman.
Hath he not a son?
Aye, my good lord, a son that well deserves the honor and regard of such a father.
You know him well?
I know him as myself, for from our infancy we have conversed and spent our hours together. Sir Proteus, for that's his name, hath made use and fair advantage of his days. His years but young, but his experience old. His head unmellowed, but his judgment ripe. And in a word far beyond his worth, comes all the values which I now bestow. He is complete in feature and in mind with all good grace, to grace and gentleman.
Bestrew me, sir, but if he makes this good, he's worthy of an emperor's love, as to me to be an emperor's counselor. Well, sir, this man has come to me with a commendation of great pretensions, and here he means to spend his time while. I think it is no unwelcome news to you.
Should I have wished to think it had been he?
Welcome him according to his worth. Sylvia, I speak to you, and to you, Sir Thurio. For Valentine I need not cite him. I'll send him hither to you all presently.
This is the gentleman I told your ladyship had come along with me, but that his mistress did hold his eyes locked in her crystal locks.
Belike that now she has enfranchised them upon some other prom for fealty.
Nay, sure, I think she holds them prisoners still.
Nay, then he should be blind, and being blind, how could he see his way to seek out you?
Why, love hath 20 pairs of eyes.
They say love hath not an eye at all.
To see such lovers as yourself upon a homely object, love can wink.
Have done, have done. Here comes the gentleman.
Welcome, dear Proteus. Mistress, I beseech thee, confirm his welcome with some special favor.
His worth has warrant for his welcome hither, if this be he you have oft wished to hear from.
Mistress, it is. Sweet lady, entertain him to be my fellow servant to your ladyship.
Too low a mistress for so high a servant.
Not so, sweet lady, too mean a servant for so high a mistress.
Leave off discourse of disability. Sweet lady, entertain him for your servant.
My duty will I boast of, nothing more.
And duty did never yet want his meed. Servant, you are welcome to a worthless mistress.
I'll die upon him that says so but yourself,
That you are welcome.
that you are worthless.
Madame, my lord your father would speak with you. I wait upon his pleasure. Go, come with me, Sir Thurio. Once more, new servant, welcome. I'll leave you to confer upon affairs. When you have done, we look to hear from you.
We'll both attend upon your ladyship.
Now tell me, how do you all from whence you came?
Your friends are well, and have been much commended.
And how do yours?
I left them in health.
How does your lady, and how thrives your love?
My tales of love are wont to weary you. I know you join not in the love discourse.
I Proteus, but that life is altered now. I have done penance for condemning love, whose high imperious thoughts have punished me with penitential groans, nightly tears, and daily heart-sore sighs. O gentle Proteus, love's a mighty lord, and so humble me as I confess there is no woe to his correction, nor to his service, no such joy on earth. Now no discourse except it be of love. Now I can break my fast, dine, sup, and sleep upon the very name of love.
Enough! I read your portrait in your eye. Was this the idol that you so worshipped?
Even she, and is she not a heavenly saint?
No, but she is an earthly paragon.
Call her divine.
I will not flatter her.
Oh, flatter me, for love delights in praises.
When I was sick, you gave me bitter pills, and I must administer the like to you.
Then but speak the truth by her. If not divine, yet let her be a principality, sovereign to all the creatures of the earth.
Except my mistress.
Sweet, except not Abby.
Have I not reason to prefer mine own?
And I will help thee to prefer her too. She shall be dignified with this high honor, to bear my lady's train, lest the base earth should from her vesture chance to steal a kiss, and of so great a favor dwelling proud, disdain to root the summer swelling flower, and make rough winter everlastingly.
Why, Valentine, what braggardism is this?
Pardon me, dear Proteus. All I can is nothing to her, whose worth makes other worthies nothing. She is alone.
Then let her alone.
Not for the world. Why, man, she is mine own, and I as rich in having such a jewel as 20 seas if all their sand were pearl, the water nectar and the rocks pure gold. Forgive me that I do not dream on thee, because thou seest me dote upon my love. My foolish rival that her father likes only for his possessions are so huge, is gone with her lumps, and I must after, for love thou knowest is full of jealousy.
But she loves you.
Aye, and we are betrothed, nay more, our marriage hour, with all the cunning manner of our flight determined of. How we must climb her window, the ladder made of cords, and all means plotted and agreed on for my happiness. Good Proteus, go with me to my chamber, in these affairs to aid me with thy counsel.
Go on before, I shall inquire you forth. I must unto the road to embark into some necessaries which I must needs use. And then I'll presently attend you.
Will you make haste?
I will. Even as one heat another heat expels, so the remembrance of my former love is by a newer object quite forgotten. She is fair, and so is Julia that I love, that I did love, for now my love is thawed. Methinks my zeal to Valentine is cold, and that I love him not as I was wont. Oh, but I love his lady too much, and that's the reason I love him so little. If I can check my erring love, I will. If not, to encompass her, I'll use my skill.
Milan, spare mine honesty. Welcome to Milan.
There, swear not thyself, sweet Eve, for I am not welcome. And I reckon this always, for a man is not undone till he be hanged, nor a man welcome till a certain shot be paid, and the mistress of the house will say, welcome.
Come on, you madcap. I'll to the alehouse with you presently, where for one shot of 5 pence thou shalt have 5,000 welcomes. But, sirrah, how did thy master part with Madame Julia?
They met fairly and just, and parted fairly.
Shall she marry him?
No.
But shall he marry her?
No, neither.
What, Simon? Are they broken?
No, they're both whole as fishes.
Why then, how stands the matter with them?
Well, it stands well with him when it stands well with her.
What a fool thou art. Understand they not.
What a block thou art. My staff understands me.
What now?
Look, I but lean, and my staff understands me.
It stands under thee, indeed.
Stand under and understand are all but one.
But tell me true, will it be a match?
Ask my dog, and if you say, yes, it will. And if you shall say, no, it will. And if he shall sit there and wag his tail, it will.
The conclusion is then that it will.
Aye. But thou shalt never get a secret from me, but by a parable.
'Tis well that I get it so. But, what sayest thou that my master has become a notable lover?
I've never known him otherwise.
What now?
I've never known him as thou reportest him to be, rather than being a notable lover.
I tell thee, my master has become a hot lover.
I cannot that he burns himself in love. But if thou wilt go unto the alehouse with me, wilt thou go?
At thy service.
To leave my Julia shall I be forsworn. To love fair Sylvia shall I be forsworn. He wants wit that wants resolved. Will to learn to exchange his wit for bad for better. Fight on every tongue to call her bad. Whose sovereignty so often thou hast preferred. I cannot leave to love, and yet I do. I will forget that Julia is alive, remembering that my love to her is dead, and Valentine, I'll hold an enemy, aiming at Sylvia as a sweeter friend. I cannot now prove constant to myself without some treachery used to Valentine. This night, he meaneth the court of Byron to climbed Celestial Sylvia's chamber window. Myself and counseled his competitor. Now, presently, I'll give her father notice of their disguising into their pretended flight, who, all enraged, will banish Valentine. For Thurio, he intends shall wed his daughter. But I'll quickly cross, by some sly trick blunt Thurio's dull perceiving. Love, lend me wings to make my purpose swift, as thou hast lent me wit to plot this drift.
Counsel, Lucetta, gentle girl, assist me, and in kind love I do conjure thee, who art the table wherein all my thoughts are visibly charactered and engraved, to lesson me, and tell me some good way how, with my honor, I may undertake a journey to my loving Proteus.
Alas, the way is wearisome and long.
A true devoted pilgrim is not weary to measure kingdoms with his feeble steps. Much less shall she be that hath love of wings to fly, and when the flight is made to one so dear, of such divine perfection as Sir Proteus.
Better forbear till Proteus make return.
Didst thou but know the only touch of love, thou wouldst as soon go kindle fire with snow, as seek to quench the fire of love with words.
I do not seek to quench your love's hot fire, but to qualify it above the bonds of reason.
The more thou danced it up, the more it burned. The current that with gentle murmur glides, thou knowest, when stopped impatiently doth rage, and when his fair course is not hindered, he makes sweet music with the enamelled stones. Let me go, and hinder not my course. I'll be as patient as the gentle stream, and make pastime with each weary step, till the last step hath taken me to my love. And there I'll rest, as after much turmoil one blessed soul doth in Elysium.
In what habit will you go?
Not like a woman, for I would prevent the loose encounters of lascivious men. Gentle Lucetta, fit me with such weeds may beseem some well-reputed page.
Why then your ladyship must cut your hair.
No, girl, I'll knit it up in 20-odd conceited true love knots. To be fantastic may become a youth of better time than I shall show to be. But tell me, wench, how will the world repute me for undertaking so unstaid a journey? I fear me it will make me scandalized.
If you think so, then go not and stay at home.
Nay, that I will not.
Then never dream on infamy, but go of Proteus like your journey when you come, no matter who's displeased when you are gone.
That is the least, Lucetta, of my fears. 1,000 oaths, an ocean of his tears, and instances of infinite love warrant me welcome to my Proteus.
These are all servants of deceitful men.
Now, if thou lovest me, do him not that wrong to bear hard opinion of his truth. Only deserve my love by loving him. Now presently go with me to my chamber, and take note of all that I stand in need of to furnish me upon my longing journey. All that is mine I leave at thy dispose. My goods, my lands, my reputation, only in lieu thereof dispatch me hence. Come, answer not, but to it presently. I am impatient of my tarriance.
Now tell me, Proteus, what is your will with me?
Know, worthy prince, that this night my friend Valentine intends to steal away your daughter. Myself and one made privy to the plot, which would be a pack of shawls that would press you down towards your timeless grave.
Proteus, I thank thee for that honest care, which you proved. Guard me while I live. This love theirs I have often seen, and oftentimes I purposed to forbid Sir Valentine her company at my court. But fearing lest my jealous aim may err, I gave him gentle looks thereby to find. I nightly lodged her up in a tower, the key thereof myself have ever kept, and then she came out and carried away.
No, noble lord, they have devised to me how he her chamber window will ascend, and if the corded ladder fetch her down, for which the youthful lover now is gone. In this way comes he with it presently. where if it please you, you may intercept him. But, good my lord, do it so cunningly that my discovery be not aimed at. For love of you, not hate unto my friend, hath made me publisher of this pretense.
Upon my honor, he shall never know any light from thee of this.
I do, my lord, but Sir Valentine is coming.
Sir Valentine, whither away so fast?
My lord, there is a messenger that stays to bear my letters to my friends, and I am going to deliver them.
Be they of much import?
The tenor of them doth but signify my health and happy being in your court.
Nay, stay with me a while, and to break with thee some affairs that touch me in your own, that must be kept secret. I'm full resolved to take a wife. There's a lady in Verona here whom I affect, but she is promised to her friends unto youthful gentlemen of worth, and kept severely away from resort of men, that no one hath recourse to her.
Why then, I would resort to her by night.
Aye, but the doors are locked and the keys are kept safe, that no man hath resort to her by night.
What lets but that one may enter at her window?
Her chamber is aloft, far from the ground, but with so shelving that one cannot climb it without apparent hazard of his life.
Why then, a ladder, quaintly made of cords to cast up with a pair of anchoring hooks, would serve to scale another hero's tower.
Now, as thou art a gentleman of blood, advise me where I may have such a ladder.
Tell me when you would use the ladder.
This very night, for love is like a child that longs for everything he can come by.
By 7 o'clock I'll get thee such a ladder.
For hark thee, I'll go to her alone. How thus shall I convey the ladder hither?
It is slight, my lord, that you may bear it under a cloak that is of any length.
A cloak as long as thine will serve the turn?
Aye, my good lord.
Then let me see thy cloak. I'll get me one of such another length.
Why, any cloak will serve the turn, my lord.
How shall I fashion me to wear a cloak? I pray thee, let me feel thy cloak upon me. Where is this? This is a big cloak you got here. Yeah, pretty big. It's pretty warm too. Yeah. What letter is this to sing? What is here? To Sylvia. I'll be so bold to break the seal for once. Sylvia, this night I will enfranchise thee. Love, Valentinus. XO, 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 XO. Smiley face with hearts in the eyes. Tis so. For here is the ladder for the purpose. Go, base intruder, overweening slave, bestow thy fawning smile. I also on equal mates, and think my patience more than thy deserve. 'Tis a privilege for thy departure hence. So thou wants thy life, make speed from hence.
But my lord. And why not death rather than living torment? What light is light if Sylvia be not seen? What joy is joy if Sylvia be not thy? Unless it be to think that she is by and feed upon the shadow of perfection. Except I be by Sylvia in the night, there is no music in the nightingale. Except I be by Sylvia in the day, there is no day for me to look upon. She is my essence, and I live to be. If I be not by her fair influence, fostered, illumined, cherished, kept alive, I fly not death, defy its deadly doom. But tarry I here, I would attend on death.
Run, boy, run, and seek him out!
So-ho!
What's this, pal?
Him that we go to seek it. Not a hair on his head, but 'tis Valentine.
Valentine?
No,
What then, his spirit?
neither.
What then?
Nothing.
Master, shall I strike?
What wouldst thou strike?
Nothing.
Villain, forbear!
Fly, I pray thee. I strike at nothing.
I said forbear! Valentine, a word.
My ears are stopped, they cannot hear good news. So much bad already fortuned them.
Then in dumb silence will I bury mine, for they are harsh, untunable, and bad.
Is Sylvia dead?
No, good Valentine.
No, Valentine. For sacred Sylvia. Hath she forsworn me?
No, Valentine.
No, Valentine, if Sylvia hath forsworn me. What is your news?
There is a proclamation that thou art vanished.
Thou art banished. That's the news. From hence, from thy Sylvia, from me, thy friend.
Oh, I have fed upon this woe already, and no excess of it will make me surfeit. Does Sylvia know that I am banished?
Aye, and she hath offered to the doom. A sea of melted pearls which some call tears could never penetrate her uncompassionate sire. But Valentine, if he be taken, must die. Besides, her intercession chafed him so, when she for thy repeal was suppliant, that the close prison he commended her, with many bitter threats of biding there.
No more, unless the next word which thou speakest have some malignant power upon my life. So, I pray thee, breathe it in my ear, as ending anthem of my endless dolor.
Cease to lament for that which thou canst not help, and study help for that which thou lamentest. Come, I'll convey thee through the city gate. As thou lovest Sylvia, not for thyself, regard thy danger, and along with me.
Launce, and if thou seest my boy, bid him make haste.
Go, sir, find him out. Come, Valentine.
To the north gate, then? Oh, hapless Valentine. Dear Sylvia.
I am but a fool. He lives not that knows me to be in love. And yet, I am in love! She has more quality than a water spaniel, which is much in a bare Christian. Here is a crate log of her condition. Imprints. She can fetch and carry. A horse can do no more. Nay! A horse cannot, for a horse cannot fetch, but only carry. So therefore she is better than jade. Item, she can milk. A sweet virtue in a maid with clean hands.
Oh no, Lance, what news with your mastership?
With my mastership? Why, it's at sea.
Mistake the word. What news then in your paper?
The blackest news thou ever hearest.
Why, man, how black?
What? As black as ink.
Let me see.
There in St. Nicholas be thy speed.
Impress, she can milk.
That she can.
Item, she can sew.
That is to say, as can she sew?
Item, she can spin.
Aye, and I could put the world on wheels when a woman can spin for a living.
She hath many nameless virtues, here follow her vices.
Close up the hills of her virtues.
Item, she is not to be kissed, fasting, in respect of her breath.
Ha! That could be mended with a good breakfast. Read on.
Item, she hath a sweet mouth.
That makes up for her sour breath.
Item, she hath no teeth.
Oh. That is all well, for I love crusts. Oh.
Item, she is cursed.
Well, all the better she has no teeth to bite.
Item, she hath more hair than wit, more faults than hairs, and more wealth than faults.
Stop there. I'll have her, if she would be mine. And she were not mine. Try to thrice her article once more.
She hath more hair than wit.
I'll prove it. For the greater hides the less. The cover of the salt hides the salt. Therefore, the hair hides the whip.
More faults than hairs,
Oh, monstrous were the out!
and more wealth than faults.
I'll have her, if she'll be mine, for it will be a match, for nothing is made impossible.
What now?
Thy master waits for thee at the north gate.
For me?
I for thee? No, for a man better for thee.
And must I go to him?
Thou must run to him, for thou hast stayed longer than you should scarce serve the term.
Pass on your love letters. Why didst thou not tell me sooner?
Oh, such an unmannerly slave that will thrust herself into all kinds of secrets. I'll follow her and rejoice in the girl's correction.
Thurio, fear not, that she will love you. Now Valentine is banished from her sight.
Since his exile, she hath despised me most, forsworn my company and railed at me that I am most desperate of obtaining her.
This weak impressive love is as a figure trenched in ice. A little time will melt frozen thoughts, and worthless Valentine shall be forgot. And now, Sir Proteus, is your countryman according to our proclamation gone?
He is.
My daughter takes his going grievously.
Well, time, my lord, may kill that grief.
So I believe, but Thurio thinks not so. Proteus, the good conceit I hold of thee makes me better to confer with thee.
Longer than I prove loyal to your grace, I will not live to look upon your grace.
Thou knowest how willing I would effect the match between Sir Thurio and my daughter.
I do, my lord.
And also, I think thou art not ignorant in how he oppresses her.
She did, my lord, when Valentine was here.
But perversely she perseveres. So what might we do to make the girl forget the love of Valentine and love Sir Thurio?
The best way is to slander Valentine with falsehood, cowardice, and poor descent. 3 things that women highly hold in hate.
Aye, but she'll think it is spoken in hate.
Aye, if his enemy is deliberate, therefore it must be by one who he esteemeth as his friend.
Then you must undertake to slander him.
That, my lord, I shall be loath to do.
Where your good word cannot advantage him, your slander can never damage him. Therefore the office is indifferent, being entreated to it by your friend.
You have prevailed, my lord, if I can do it. But not if I continue this dispraise, she shall be want to continue her love to him. But say this, if you weed her love from Valentine, it follows not that she will love Thurio.
As you unwind her love from me, lest it should revel and be good to none, you must provide to bottom it on me, which must be done by praising me as much as you, in worth, dispraise Sir Valentine.
And Proteus, we dare trust you in this kind, because we know on Valentine's report you are already love's firm votary, and cannot soon change your mind. Upon this warrant you shall have excess. With Sylvia you may confer at large, for she is lumpish, heavy, and melancholy, and for your friend's sake will be glad of you, where you may temper her by your persuasion, to forget the love of Valentine, and to love my friend.
As much as I can do, I will effect. But you, Sir Thurio, are not sharp enough. You must lay a line to tangle her desires. A willful sonnet, whose composed rhymes shall be full fraught with serviceable vows. After your dilating elegies, visit by night your lady's chamber window. With some sweet concert to their instruments, tune a deploring dump to fill miserable silence. This, or nothing else, will inherit her.
This discipline shows that thou hast been in love.
And thy advice this night I'll put into practice. Therefore, sweet Proteus, my direction giver, let us into the city presently to sort some men well skilled in music. I've a sonnet that will serve the turn to give the tune to thy good advice.
About it, gentlemen.
We'll wait upon your grace till after supper, and after determine our proceedings.
Even now about it, I will pardon you.
Fellows, stand fast, I see a passenger.
If there be 10, shrink not. Let them be down.
Stand, sir, throw us this well about ye. If not, we'll make you sit and write for you.
My friends.
That is not so, sir. We are your enemies.
Well, let it be. Hear them out.
I, by my beard, will be praise a proper man.
Then know that I have little wealth to lose. A man I am, crossed with adversity, and my riches are these poor habiliments, of which if you should here disfurnish me, you'd take the sum and substance that I have.
Whither travel you?
To Verona,
Whence you came?
from Milan,
Have you long sojourned there?
some 16 months, and longer might have stayed if crooked fortune had not thwarted me.
Where were you banished thence?
For that which now torments me to rehearse. I slew a man whose death I much repent, but yet I slew him manfully in a fight without false vantage or treachery.
Were you banished for such petty crimes as these?
I was, and how me glad of such a doom.
By the bear scalp of Robin Hood's fat fire, this fellow wore a king for our wild faction.
We'll have him, sirs.
Away!
Master be one of them. It's an
Honorable sort of.
Peace, villain.
Know then that some of us are gentlemen, thrust from the company of lawful men. Myself was from Verona banished for practicing to steal away a lady, an heir and near allied unto the Duke.
And I for a man who I stabbed in a mood in the heart.
And I for such petty crimes as these, but to the purpose. For we cite our faults, that they may hold excused our lawless lives. And partly seeing you are beautified and with goodly shape by your own report, and a linguist of a man of such perfection as we do in our quality much want.
Indeed, because you are a banished man. Therefore, above the rest, we purlie you. Are you content to be our general? Make a virtue of necessity, and live as we do in the wilderness.
What sayest thou? Wilt thou be of our consort? Say aye and be captain of us all. We'll do thee homage and be ruled by thee. Love thee as our commander.
And if thou scornest our courtesy, thou diest.
I shall take your offer, and will live with you, provided you do no outrages against silly women or poor passengers.
No, we detest such vile, base practices as these. Come, go with us. We'll show thee our cruise and all of the stuff that we have got, with the rest held at thy dispose.
Already I have been unjust to Valentine, and now I must be just as false to Thurio. Under the color of commending him, I have access my own love to prefer. But here comes Thurio. Now must we to her window, and give some evening music to her ear.
Sir Proteus, are you crept before?
Aye, gentle Thurio. For you know that love will creep in secret where it cannot go.
Aye, but I hope, sir, that you love not here.
Sir, but I do, or else I would be hence.
Who? Sylvia?
Aye, Sylvia, for your sake.
Thank you for your own. Now, gentlemen, let us tune it lustily a while.
Now, my young guest, methinks you are Akari. I pray you, why is it?
Marry, mine host, because I cannot be merry.
Come now, we'll make you merry. I'll bring you where we can hear the music and see the gentleman you asked for.
But shall I hear him speak?
Aye, that you shall.
That will be music.
Hark, hark!
Is he among these?
Peace, let's hear him.
Who is Sylvia? What is she? That all her spains commend her. Wholly fair and wise is she. That heaven such grace did lend her, that she might admired be. Is she as kind as she is fair?
Now, my young youth, methinks you are sadder than you were before. Why is it? The music likes you not.
You mistake. The musician likes me not.
What am I, pretty youth?
He plays false, mother.
How? As a tune on the strings?
Not so, but yet so false that it grieves my very heartstrings.
You have a quick ear.
Aye, and would I were deaf, it would make me have a slow heart.
I perceive you delight not in music.
Not a whit when it jars so.
Hark, what fine changes in the music.
Aye, that change is the spite.
You would have them always play but one thing.
I would always have one play but one thing. But tell me, host, doth this Sir Proteus whom we talk on often resort until this gentlewoman?
I'll tell you what Launce's man told me. He loved her out of all Nick.
Where is Launce?
Gone to fetch his dog, which he shall give to her tomorrow by his master's command.
Peace, stand aside. The company parts.
Sir Thurio, fear not you. I will also plead that you shall say my cunning drift excels.
Where meet we?
At St. Gregory's Well.
Farewell.
Madame, good evening to your ladyship.
I thank you for your music, gentlemen. Who is it that spake?
One lady, if you knew his pure heart's truth, you'd quickly learn to know him by his voice.
Sir Proteus, as I take it.
Sir Proteus, gentle lady, and your servant.
What's your will?
That I may compass yours.
You have your wish. My will is even this, that presently you hie home to bed. You false German! Thinkest thou that I am so shallow, so conceitless, to be seduced by thy flattery, which hath deceived by so many vows? Return, and make thy love amends. For me, by this pale queen of night, I swear, I am so far from granting thy request, that I despise thee for thy wrongful suit, and by tend to chide myself, even for this time spent talking with thee.
I grant you, love, that I did love a lady, but she is dead.
'Twere not true if I should speak it, for I am sure she is not buried.
See that she be, yet Valentine thy friend survives, to whom thyself art witness I am betrothed. And art thou not ashamed to wrong him with thy importunancy?
I likewise hear that Valentine is dead.
And so suppose am I, for in his grave, I assure you, my love is buried.
Sweet lady, let me rake it from the earth.
Go to thy lady's grave and call hers thence, or else in hers sepulchre thine.
He heard not that.
Madame, if your heart be so stubborn, vouchsafe me yet your picture for my love. A picture that is hanging in your chamber, and to your shadow will I make true love.
If 'twere substance would sure deceive it, and make it but a shadow as I am.
I am very loath to be your idol, sir, but since your falsehood shall become you well, to worship shadows and adore false shapes. Send to me in the morning, and I'll send it. And so, farewell.
As rich as high-war night, wait for execution in the morn.
Host, will you go?
By my heldom, I was fast asleep.
I pray you, where lies Sir Proteus?
Mary at my house, trust me, I think it's almost day.
Not so, but it hath been the longest night that ever I watched, and the most heaviest. This is the hour that Madame Sylvia entreated me to call and know her mind. There is some great matter she'll employ me in. Madam! Madam!
Who called?
Your servant and your friend, one that attends your ladyship's command.
Good Sir Eglamour, thou art a gentleman. Think not I flatter, for I swear I do not. Wise, valiant, remorseful. Thou knowest what dear goodwill I bear unto the banished Valentine, and how my father would enforce me to marry vain Thurio, whom my very soul abhors. Sir Eglamour, I would to Valentine, to Mantua, where I hear he makes abode. I do desire thee, from a heart as full of sorrow as the sands of the sea, to bear me company, and go with me, if not, to hide what I have said, that I may venture to depart alone.
Madam, I pity much your grievances, which, since I know they are virtuously placed, I give consent to go along with thee, recking what little betideth me, as much all good fortune you. When will you go?
This evening coming,
Where shall I meet you?
at Friar Patrick's cell, where I intend holy confession.
I will not fail your ladyship. Good morrow, gentle lady.
Good morrow, Sir Eglamour.
When a manservant shall pay the cur with him, look you, it goes hard. One that I have brought up of a puppy. One that I have saved from drowning. And I have time, as one would precisely say. Thus, I would teach a dog. But if I had no more wit than him, then he would surely be hanged. You shall be the judge. I was sent to give him as a gift to Madame Sylvia from my master. He thrust himself in the company of 3 or 4 dogs under the Duke's table. And he has not been there for, bless the mark, a pissing while, but all the chamber smelt him. "What dog is that?" says one. Whose cur is that? Says another. Whip him out, says the third. Hang him up, says the Duke. Now, I go to the man that is to whip him. Friend, quoth I, you mean to whip the dog? Nary I do. Well, you do him the more wrong, for it was me that does the thing that you wrong. He bids me no more ado, and whips me out of the chamber. Who, master, would do this for their servant? Thou thinkest not of this now. Nay, I remember the trick he served. Did thou not see me do that? To lift my leg up and make water under a gentlewoman's frankling gown? Did thou ever see me do such a trick?
Sebastian is thy name. I like thee well, and will employ thee in some service presently.
In what you please, I'll do what I can.
I hope thou wilt. How now, you whoreson peasant, where hast thou been these past 2 days loitering?
Tonight I did what thou asked of me, and brought this dog unto Madame Sylvia.
And how did she like my little jewel?
She said a curse thanks is good enough for such a present.
But she did receive my dog.
No, I have brought him hither again.
What? You gave her this?
Well, your squirrel was stolen from me by the hangman boys in the marketplace, and my dog being 10 times the size of your dog, is thus the greater present.
Well, go get ye hence and seek my dog out, or else ne'er return again to me. Sebastian, I have entertained thee to travel onward and take you this ring. Deliver it to Madame Sylvia. She loved me that to give it to me.
It seems you love not her to leave her token. She is dead, belike?
Not so. I think she is alive.
Alas!
Why dost thou cry, lass?
Because I cannot choose but pity her.
Wherefore wouldst thou pity her?
Because I think she did love thee as well as you do love your Lady Sylvia. She dreams of him that has forgot her love, and you dote on her that cares not for your love. 'Tis a pity love should be so contrary, and thinking of it makes me cry, alas.
Well, take her that ring, as well as this letter. That is the chamber. Tell my lady I claim the promise of her heavenly picture. When thou hast delivered the message, hie to my chamber, where thou shalt find me sad and lonely.
How many women would do such a message? Alas, poor Proteus! Alas, poor fool! Why do I pity him that with his very heart despiseth me? This ring I gave him when he parted from me, to bind him to remember my goodwill. I am the true confirmed love to my master, but cannot be true servant to my master unless I prove a false traitor to myself. Yet will I woo for him, but yet so coldly as heaven it knows I would not have him speed. Gentlewoman, good day. I pray you, be the mean to bring me where to speak with Madame Sylvia.
What would you with her, if I be she?
If you be she, I do entreat your patience to hear me speak the message I am sent on.
From whom?
From my master, Sir Proteus, madam.
Oh, he sends you for a picture.
Aye, madam.
Ursa, give it here. Give this to him and tell him from me that one Julia, which his changing thoughts forget, would better grace his chamber than this false shadow.
Madam, would it please you to peruse this letter? Pardon me, madam. I have unadvised delivered you a paper that I should not. This is the letter to your ladyship.
I pray thee, let me look on that again.
It may not be. Pardon me, good madam.
Nay, hold, I will not look upon his lines, for I know he is filled with protestations, and stuffed with false, new-found oaths, which he will break as easily as I could tear his paper.
Madam, he sends your ladyship this ring.
The more shame for him that sends it, for I have heard him swear 1,000 times that his Julia gave it to him at his departure, and though his false finger hath profaned it, I shall not do his Julia so much wrong.
She thanks you.
What sayest thou?
I thank you. Madam, that you tender her. Poor gentlewoman, my master wrongs her much.
Dost thou know her?
Almost as well as I do know myself. To think upon her woes I do protest. I have wept 100 several times.
Perchance she thinks that Proteus hath forsook her.
I think she doth, and that's her cause of sorrow.
Is she not passing fair?
She hath been fairer, madam, than she is. When she did think my master loved her well, she was, in my judgment, as fair as you. But since she did neglect her looking-glass, and threw her sun-expelling mask away, the air hath starved the roses from her cheeks, and pinched the lily tincture of her face, and now she's become as black as I.
How tall is she?
About my stature, madam, for at Pentecost our youth got me to play the woman's part, and I was put in Madam Julia's gown, which served me as fit as, by all men's judgments, as if it had been made for me. Therefore I know she is about my height. And at that time I did make her weep a good, for it was a lamentable part. Madam, 'twas Ariadne passioning for Thisys' perjury and unjust flight, which I so lively acted with my tears, that my poor mistress, moved therewithal, wept bitterly, and would I might be dead, if I in thought felt not her very sorrow.
She is beholding to thee, gentle youth.
Alas, poor lady, desolate and left, I weep to think upon what you have said. Here you, there is my purse.
No.
I give thee this for thy sweet mistress' sake, and so farewell.
And she would thank you, if ever you knew her. A virtuous gentlewoman, mild and beautiful. I hope my master's suit will be but cold, since she respects my mistress's love so much.
Alas, how love can trifle with itself.
Here's her picture. Let me see. I think, if I had such attire as she, that this face of mine was full as lovely as is this of hers. And yet, the painter flattered her a little, unless I do flatter with myself too much. Her hair is blonde, and mine is perfect yellow. If that be all the difference in his love, oh, get me such a colored periwig. Her eyes are gray as glass, and so are mine. Aye, but her forehead's low, and mine's is high. What could it be that he respects in her, but that I could make respect in myself, if this fond love were not a blinded god? Come, shadow, come, and take this shadow up, for 'tis thy rival. Oh, thou senseless form, thou shalt be worshipped, kissed, loved, and adored. I'll use thee kindly for thy mistress's sake, that used me so. Or else, by Jove, I vow I should have scratched out your unseeing eyes to make my master out of love with thee.
sun begins to gild the western sky, and now it is about the very hour that Sylvia, at Friar Patrick's cell, should meet me. She will not fail, for lovers break not hours, unless it be to come before their time, so much they spur their expedition. See where she comes. Lady, a happy evening!
Amen, amen. Go on, good Eglamour. Out of the postern by the Abbey gate. I fear I'm attended by some spies.
Fear not. The forest is not 3 leagues off. If we recover that, we are sure enough.
Sir Proteus, what says Sylvia to my suit?
Sir Thurio, I find her milder than she was, and yet she takes exceptions to thy suit.
What? That my lady's too long?
No, but it is too small.
I'll wear a boot to make it somewhat rounder.
Love cannot be spurred to what it loathes.
How likes she my discourse?
Ill when you talk of war.
But well when I discourse of love and peace?
But better indeed when you hold your peace.
What says she to my valor?
Oh, sir, she makes no doubt of that.
She needs not when she knows it cowardice.
What says she to my birth?
I, sir, that you are well derived.
True, from a gentleman to a fool. Considers she my possessions?
Oh, aye, and pities them.
Wherefore?
That such a fool should owe them.
That they are out by lease.
Here comes the Duke.
How now, Sir Proteus, how now, Sir Thurio? Which you saw Sir Eglamour of late?
Not I.
Nor I.
Saw you my daughter?
Neither.
Why then, she's fled unto that peasant Valentine, and Eglamour is in her company. Therefore, I pray you, stand not to discourse, but meet me presently on the rising foot that leads towards Mantua. Whether they fled, dispatch me, gentlemen, and follow me.
Why, this it is to be a peevish girl. Flies her fortune when where it carries her. All after, more to be revenged on Sir Eglamour than for the love of reckless Sylvia.
And I'll follow more for Sylvia's love than hate of Eglamour that goes with her.
And I will follow, more to cross that love than hate for Sylvia who is gone for love.
Come, come, be patient. We must bring you to our master.
1,000 more mischance than this has taught me how to brook this patiently.
Come, take her away.
Where is the gentleman that was with her?
Being nimble-footed, he hath outrun us. But voices as befall him. Go thou with her to the west end of the wood. There will, as our master, will follow him that fled. The thicket is beset. He can't escape!
Come, I must bring you to our master. Fear not, he bears an honorable mind and will not use a woman lawlessly.
And Valentine, I endure this for thee.
How used doth breed a habitant man? These shadowy deserts, unfrequented woods, I better brooks than a flourishing people town. Here can I sit alone, unseen of any, and to the nightingale's complaining notes tune my distresses and record my woes. O thou that doth inhabit in my breast, leave not the mansion so long tenantless. Lest, growing ruinous, the building fall, and leave no memory of what it was. Oh, repair me with thy presence, Sylvia, thou gentle nymph, cherish thy forlorn swain. What howling and what stir is this? These are my maids that make their wills their law. They love me well, yet I have much to do to keep them from uncivil outrages. Withdraw thee, Valentine. Who's this comes here?
Madam, this service I have done for you. A smaller boon than this I cannot beg but one fair look, and less than this I am sure you cannot give.
How like a dream is this I seen here? Love, lend me patience to forbear a while.
Oh, miserable, unhappy that I am.
Unhappy you were, madam, ere I came, but by my coming I have made you happy.
By thy approach thou makest me most unhappy. And me, when he approacheth to your presence. And had I been seized by a hungry lion, I would have been a breakfast to the beast, rather than have false Proteus rescue me. Oh, heaven be judge how I love Valentine, whose life is as tender to me as my soul. and full as much, for more there cannot be. I do detest false perjure Proteus. Therefore be gone and solicit me no more.
What dangerous action suited next to death would I not undergo for one calm look? Oh, 'tis the curse in love, and still proves when women cannot love where they be loved.
When Proteus cannot love where he's beloved, read over Julia's heart, thy first love, for whose dear sake thou didst rend thy faith into 1,000 oaths, and all those oaths descended into perjury to love me. Thou hast no faith left now, thou counterfeit to thy true friend.
In love, who respects friend?
All men but Proteus.
Nay. If the gentle sound of moving words cannot change you to a milder form, I'll woo you like a soldier, and woo thee at arm's end, in love against the nature of love. Force thee! I'll force thee yield to my desires.
Ruffian, let go, thou rude uncivil touch, thou friend of an ill fashion.
Valentine,
Thou common friend, treacherous man, thou hast beguiled mine hopes. Not but mine eye could have persuaded me. Now I dare not say I have one friend alive, thou wouldst disprove me. Proteus, I'm sorry, I must never trust thee more, but count the world a stranger for thy sake. The private wound is deepest. Oh, time must accursed amongst all foes, that a friend should be the worst.
my shame and guilt confounds me. Forgive me, Valentine. If hearty sorrow be a sufficient ransom for offense, I do tender it here. I did truly suffer as I erred to commit.
Then am I paid. And once again I do receive the honours. He who by repentance is not satisfied is nor of heaven nor earth, for these are satisfied. By penitence the eternals are appeased. And that my love may appear plain and free, all that was mine in Sylvia, I give thee.
Oh, me unhappy!
Look to the boy.
Why, boy? Why back? Hannah, look up. What's the matter? Speak.
Oh, good sir, my master charged me to give a ring to Madame Sylvia, which, out of my neglect, was never done.
Where is that ring, boy?
Here it is. This is it.
How now? Let me see. Why? This is the ring I gave Julia.
To cry you mercy, sir, I have mistook. This is the ring you sent to Sylvia.
How got you this? When I left, I had given it to Julia.
And Julia herself did give it me. And Julia herself hath brought it hither.
Julia?
Behold, her that gave aim to all thy oaths and entertained them deeply in her heart. How oft hast thou with perjury cleft the root? Proteus, let this habit make thee blush. Be thou ashamed that I have taken upon me such an immodest raiment. If shame live in the disguise of love, it is the lesser blot modesty finds, women to change their shapes than mend their minds.
Then mend their minds, 'tis true. What is in Sylvia's face that I may spy more fresh in Julia's, my constant eye?
Come, come, a hand from either. Let me be blessed to make this happy close. 'Twere pity two such friends should be long foes.
Bear witness, heaven. I have made my wish forever.
And by mine.
Forbear, I say. Yes, my lord the Duke. Your grace is welcome to a man disgraced, banished Valentine.
Sir Valentine!
That there's Sylvia, and Sylvia's and mine.
Ariel, give back, or else embrace thy death. Come not within the measure of my wrath. If once again, Verona shall not hold thee. There stands Sylvia. I dare thee but to breathe upon my love.
Sir Valentine, I care not for her. I hold him but a fool that would harm his life for a girl that loves her not. I claim her not, therefore she is thine.
The more degenerate and base art thou, to leave Sylvia on such slight conditions. Now, upon the honor of my ancestry, I do applaud thy spirit, Sir Valentine. Here I forget all thy former griefs, Sir Valentine. Thou art a gentleman and well derived. Take thou thy Sylvia, for thou hast well deserved her.
I thank your grace, the gift hath made me happy. I now beseech your grace for one small boon that I shall ask.
I grant it, for thy none, whatever it may be.
These men that I have kept withal are men endued with worthy qualities. Forgive them what they have committed here, for they are good and fit for worthy employment, worthy lord.
Thou hast prevailed. I pardon them and thee, dispose of them as thou knowest their deserts. Come, let us go. We will include all jars of triumph, mirth, and rare solemnity.
And as we walk along, I dare be bold with our discourse to make your grace smile. What think you of this page, my lord?
I think the boy hath grace in him. He blushes.
I warrant you, my lord, more grace than boy.
What mean you by that saying?
Please you, I'll tell you as you pass along, that you may wonder what hath fortuned. Come, Proteus, 'tis your penance but here, the story of your love's discovered. That done, our day of marriage shall be yours. One feast, one house, and one mutual happiness.
This is the hour that Sylvia at Friar Patrick's cell should meet me. Go, get you gone. Hannah.
Then never dream on infamy,
But infamy.
then never dream on infamy.
And, well, Anasis.
Take this for shoot. Keep this remembrance. This should not be called a remembrance. It's throwing me off.
Here, take you this. And in the hour in which I... Whenever I...
And he would... Why? Hang him up. More, says the Duke.
Well then, I'll double your folly.
How?
I know it well. You have an exchequer of words.
Pause. Do we have to restart?
Restart.
Wait, how do we start this scene?
What says she to my...
Freeze.
I'm just like,
Hold your
trying to help
position.
you.
Hold your position.
Dispatch me, gentlemen, whether I have fled.
Come back on.
Wilt thou be gone? Sweet Proteus, adieu.
Valentine.
Telling yourself.
Goodbye, me!
Therefore, sweet Proteus, my direction giver, let us
into the city presently to sort some gifts.
Oh, it's hilarious. Okay, sorry. Okay, no, do that again.
Even now about it, I'll pardon you. Where do we exit?
Back that way.
Good.
All three of us, or?
Sure.
Okay.
We did it!
Gentlewoman, good day. I pray you be the mean to bring me where to speak with Madame Sylvia.
Freeze. Let's have you re-enter.
Don't know. Sorry, do not kick glass.
Thank you.
Yeah. Madam, would it please you peruse this letter? Shoot, I gave her the wrong letter. Okay.
Yes, freeze.
Wait, isn't that your line though, basically?
Yes. Yes, it is the right line.
I gave you the wrong one. You thought you gave me the right letter.
Perchance you think that Proteus has forsook her. Yes. How tall is she? About my height.
You're about my stature.
Safety? My poor mistress, moved therewithal, whipped.
Freeze.
Wept. No. She is beholding to thee, gentle youth.
Alas, poor lady, desolate and left, I weep to think about what you said. I weep to think about what you have said.
Line?
Here, youth, there is my purse.
Here you, there is my purse. Line?
I give thee this for thy sweet mistress' sake, because
I give thee this for thy sweet mistress' sake. And so, farewell.
And she would thank you, if ever you knew her. A virtuous gentlewoman, mild and... Oh my God. Okay, that was rung way too high. Alright. Go away. What could it be that he respects in her, but that I can make respected in myself? Such another proof will make me tired.
Beep, beep, I'm a sheep. I said beep, beep, I'm a sheep.
The music lecture. The music. What was that? The
done, man?
I'm sorry.
He plays false, father.
Mother?
Lady.
I myself made privy to the plot.
A pack of sorrows which you would press down, being unprevented to your timeless grave.
A pack of sorrows pressing down, which would, being unprevented, send you to your timeless grave.
Proteus, I think you put an honest care.
Proteus, I thank thee for thine honest care, which to recruit. Command me while I live. This smell of theirs I have often seen, and oftentimes I have purposed to forbid Sir Valentine her company at my court. But fearing this...
Miles, do not eat cheese.
Nay, stay with me a while. I'm to break with thee some affairs that touch me near on that must be kept secret. Switch me places.
Miles, go back to where you were.
I'm barefoot. We've always practiced it where we sit on the bench. That no one hath recourse to her by night.
Just hurry.
Can he play?
He's not here, sorry.
Not yet. When is he going to be back?
I don't know, but he can't play today.
Okay, line.
Oh, such an oh, I almost said animalistic.
1,000 more mischance than this has taught me how to brook this patiently. Get back in.
That's hot. I think that's a retake.
I'm sorry. Okay. They're good and fit for worthy employment, worthy lord.
Thou I haven't even pardoned you yet.
You left too soon. Holy.
Sorry, we were
As
about
close as
to...
you can.
That done, our day of marriage shall be yours. One feast, one house, one mutual happiness.
That just feels completely awkward. Oh, you haven't stopped.
Now by her, the honor of my ancestry.
Come on, I only yell at her for 2 lines.
Yes.
That done, your day of marriage shall be ours. I saw that. Our day of marriage shall be yours.
No more, gentlemen. Here comes my father.
Line?
You literally always...
It's actually a deer. And my fingers were in the wrong place.
Whoa,
Maybe that's why I'm giving her. But I iced. My DI is great. This is good DI.
It doesn't hurt as much because all the stickies just go. But
Trying to do the same thing to you. Take that.
And thus ends the presentation.